Connecting generations. Connecting children and senior citizens through sharing space and experiences. The Connecting Generations concept is aimed at integrating the worlds of elderly and young kids. This is done by physically placing elderly homes and kindergartens in close connection and providing shared spaces. The overall objective is to enable exchange of knowledge, experience, and positive energy. The following scenario describes a day in the life of our two characters, John and Pete. John is a 72-year-old retired teacher. He now stays at the elderly home. He hasn't much family and often feels bored and lonely. Pete is a 5-year-old kid that loves outdoor activities and is always full of energy. His parents are career people that often work late. At 8 o'clock in the morning, Pete is accompanied to the kindergarten by his dad. John is just getting up in his apartment at the elderly home. Pete and his dad enter a common space in the cross-generation facility. They look at the activity board. John is also standing in front of the activity board, deciding if he should participate in any of the day's activities. The board shows a variety of both separate and common activities for the kindergarten and elderly home. It is close to Christmas, and today a common activity of making Christmas decorations is scheduled to take place in the common space. Both Pete and John are excited about the common activity. John and Pete walk into their separate spaces at the cross-generation facility. At 10 o'clock, Pete and his friends are playing in the common outside area. John and a friend are having coffee in John's apartment, from where they can watch Pete and his friends playing outside. They enjoy to watch and feel the joy from the kids and feel a bit more uplifted themselves. At 12 o'clock, it is lunchtime in both the kindergarten and elderly home. They gather up in each of their spaces. At 2 o'clock, the scheduled Christmas decoration activity begins in the common area. Pete is there with some of his friends, and they are keen to make colorful decorations. He is not that experienced though, and John supports him in handling scissors, glue, and other items, as he has experience from teaching creative arts at his former school. The activity is rounded when the kids and the elderly put up their decorations together. At 4 o'clock, the kindergarten closes down. Most kids are picked up by their parents, and the kindergarten teachers leave. Pete's parents are working late today and are not able to pick him up until 4:30. Before leaving, a kindergarten teacher takes Pete to John's apartment. John reads a book for Pete and tells stories from his younger days. At 4:30, Pete's mom arrives to pick him up. Pete bids farewell to John and leaves. On the way home, Pete tells his mom about his day and what he did with John. This was one example of how resources can be shared at the cross-generational facility. The scenario exemplifies how kids can positively influence the elderly with their energy, joy of life, and carefree happiness. The elderly are able to provide care, insight, and experience to the young kids. In addition, resources such as common rooms, kitchen, administration space are also shared. Therefore, the cross-generational facility becomes a playground where two generations are connected to thrive on each other's resources.